Welcome back. This isn't the trailer preview I said I was going to do, but that's mainly because I feel like crap and am on some drugs that make me a little loopy. So, I'm going to try and cover this article that I pretty much predicted last week. Anybody who saw the video knows that Bassam Tariq, the director for the Blade reboot starring Mahershala Ali, has decamped. Reasons? Anybody's guess. If I had to guess, I'd say he saw what they wanted him to do, and it came nowhere near to what he actually planned on doing when he was given the job. So, he announced he's getting out about a month before they start shooting. 9 days later, Disney comes out with an article in Variety explaining that their schedule has been changed just a tad. Now, anyone who saw the article announcing the director leaving knew that this was inevitable. And if they're trying to reproduce the actually interconnected Marvel Cinematic Universe of phases 1 through 3, then it was inevitable if one movie gets pushed back, the rest of them are going to get pushed back. And so, in Variety, they have Blade, Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, and a few other Marvel titles being pushed back. Some from a few months to some that are fairly significant pushbacks. Let me go through them. Blade, it was supposed to be coming out on November 3rd, 2023. It's been pushed back to September 6th, 2024. That's probably because they're going to spend a fair amount of time trying to find a director that'll do what they want. And I think more and more directors are seeing the crap fest that Phase 4 was and realizing they don't want any part of that. Then you have Deadpool 3, Ryan Reynolds' little video with Hugh Jackman, I believe, announced a date of September 6th, 2024. That's been pushed back to November 6th, 2024. So not that big a pushback. That's probably just to let the Blade movie come out and then they'll drop their movie a couple months later. Then you have Fantastic Four, which they still do not have a cast for despite what everybody thinks is going to happen. That was supposed to come out November 8th, 2024. And they've pushed it back to February 14th, 2025. They had an untitled Marvel film. I don't know how the hell they can have a project with a schedule date and not have a title for it, but it was supposed to come out the new Fantastic Four date of February 14th, 2025. So that's been, the Marvel Untitled movie's been pushed back November 7th, 2025. Then you have Avengers Secret Wars, which I covered also in the D23 Expo video I did. That was supposed to come out November 7th, 2025. That's been pushed back to May 1st, 2026. Then they announced the postponement of a couple of movies that I thought were interesting. They had one or two others that I didn't think were interesting. The first is a Kenneth Branagh third Poirot movie called A Haunting in Venice, and that is being scheduled for September 15th, 2023. And then you have a fourth Planet of the Apes reboot movie, which is coming out May 24th, 2024, which will be called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, in that article, they also announced that Blade has been quote-unquote paused to find a new director. And depending on how long that search goes, they may be pushing all of this crap back even further. I hate to toot my own horn again, but this is exactly what I felt was going to happen when Bassam Tariq bailed, because you can't have a director bail less than a month out from shooting and have your film interconnected with other movies and it not affect the schedule. Two other things they announced in the article, which they probably also announced at D23. The first is that Blade and Deadpool 3 will end Phase 5, and that Fantastic Four will start Phase 6. Given what Disney has been pumping out on the Marvel front lately, well, given what they've been pumping out all over the place, but Marvel and Star Wars in particular, I have had zero confidence any of this was going to be good. I thought the best bets were probably Deadpool 3 and Blade, but that was before the entire Blade production basically imploded. And leaks started coming out all over the place about how bad the script was. The other Marvel production that looked like it might be interesting if they did it right was the Avengers Secret Wars. Now, I haven't heard anything about that. That is 3.5 years out, and somehow we already have a trailer. I'm not sure how that happens, but if they do it right, it'll be good. If the story's crap, it's gonna be Phase 4 all over again. Only this time, they'll be ruining characters we actually give a crap about. And I'm not entirely sure what those two untitled pictures could be. Given that Thor is pretty much a dead product right now, I seriously doubt it's Thor 5. Iron Man's dead. Black Widow's dead. Hawkeye is supposedly blind, given what went on in the Hawkeye series. And Captain America's an old man. So I doubt they're going to be bringing any of those guys back. They might be trying to do a Captain Falcon movie, but he was never really a leading character, and that TV show basically showed it. He was great as Falcon, but the way they wrote him in Falcon and Winter Soldier pretty much killed those two characters as potential movie leads. So unless they're planning on doing a Hulk movie, but then Mark Ruffalo is getting ancient, so they would have to recast him. And how can they recast a guy they've got, guest starring over on She-Hulk, as bad as that show is? So I'm not entirely sure where they're going with those two untitled pictures. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with the one that is still scheduled for November 7th, 2025. The other untitled one that was supposed to come out May 1st, 2026 has just been removed. I don't know if that means they're ending the production or if that means they are getting it off the schedule until they figure out what the hell they're doing. Either way, Disney kind of look like they're in a mess right now, and it's not surprising given where all of their franchises are headed and given the behind-the-scenes nonsense that's going on over at Disney right now. That's about all I have for you on this one. If you want to read the article or watch the two videos that I've already done on this topic, I'll link them all in the description. If you like what I do here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and make sure the notification bell is clicked on so you know when new videos are uploaded. I'll leave my social media and Patreon in the description as well. Next video almost certainly will be The Rings of Power on Thursday night, Friday morning. I just feel too lousy to do much of anything else. So check for that, and I'll see you back for the finale of the Rings of Power. Tschüss.